and once again, a warm welcome back to the DrMBalmer channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different again for this channel. Well, we have done many different things, so maybe it's not so different anymore. However, what we see in front of us here is a three-piece kit. And maybe you have had nail clippers. Specifically, we're gonna have a closer look at this component of the three-piece set. So, if you happen to own one of these or plan to buy them, maybe this is on TEMU, and the keywords are three pieces heavy-duty nail grooming kit, angled and straight clippers for thick nails with catcher, stainless steel, wide mouth, includes nail file, modern black design, nail tech supplies. Let's see here. Currently, this is in Swedish kronor. This is about $8 US equivalent or so. So, you should be able to find these clippers as a single piece item as well for a lot cheaper. However, I searched around and I found this kit basically. So, yeah, it has a rubberized handle and well, as you can see, it's about 8.5 centimeters. It's angled to be able to reach your toenails easier, perhaps. However, um, so my father is the one who owns these clippers, um, and specifically only this one, and it works pretty well. It cuts the nails, but I mean, he has a trouble reaching his toes, and despite these being well 8.5 centimeters or 3.34 inches, he can't really reach. So, and you can have these kinds of issues for many reasons, such as high age, or maybe you've had surgery on your hip, or have some injury, whatever. It can be very hard to reach your toenails. And, you know, of course, you can visit like a pedicure kind of place. However, if you are retired, maybe it might not be financially viable at all times. And so the issue is, yeah, it's good that they're angled. It helps to reach, but still, these are not long enough. So my idea was to see if maybe we can design something and print that will extend these handles. And I think that it's a good idea to choose clippers that already have rubberized sort of handles, which should help with the press fit, which I'm thinking about. So, yeah, and if you want to get these clippers yourself, then you have the keywords here, as I mentioned, and you see the picture here. You can do a picture search, or because if I just post a link, I suppose it will become invalid pretty quickly, and I will forget to update it all the time. So, um, yeah, they have 479 reviews, and people seem to like them. It's a spring-based design, and well, there are derivatives of them, There are many types, but my father has these ones. So specifically this main one, and yeah. So let's head into 3D Builder and see what we can do. All right, and we are in 3D Builder. Basically, I took some measurements of the nail clippers using my calipers. I didn't record that part. It wasn't anything particularly 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 interesting. Um, and well, let's just try to design something. I will just time lapse this first part of the design. It's a pretty simple design, so I think it probably speaks for itself in the time lapse. What I did. So yeah, let's get on with it and listen to some nice music while the time lapse runs, shall we? Right, I have imported it into Flash Print slicer software. And well, I want to make it as sturdy as possible, so I reinforced the part closest to the entrance hole here, so it's a bit thicker. And I hope this will work okay. with the overhangs and all. Um, yeah, I have the experimental 2, where I have lowered the preset profile, where I have lowered the extruder temperature to 245 on the PTG. So this is a PTG project, and I have the 0.6 millimeter nozzle still. First layer, however, should be pretty hot, and I do want so layer height could be point 0.2 maybe. And yeah, I have set a variable layer height. I don't know how that will work out, but and yeah, travel speed should be as fast as possible, but maybe we can set that to 150 from 120. And however, I will infill. I want 100% infill. Oops. Yeah. And then I want a brim. So it has to be sturdy uh, on the bottom. So let's go for like a 4 millimeter brim. However, see a brim not in holes, maybe. No. Yeah. Speed of the brim can also be slow. Yes, and then cooling. Yeah, I don't know, maybe 30%. Yeah. Well, basically, yeah, path width 0.6. So let's slice this and see. Yes. Um, Slice preview. 4 hours 5 minutes. And let's go back to layer 1 here. Right, we have the pre-extrusion, and then we have the brim. Oh, and also this outer wall first. So yeah, we have it. It gets built like this, and then let's see here. Yeah. So how does it build this layer? Outer wall first, yeah. And then okay. Oh, it actually. All right. Um. Oh well. I suppose. Okay. Sure. 4 hours 5 minutes. All right. So right now it's 8 p.m. here, so I will maybe print this tomorrow. But it's worth a try, I suppose. Yeah. So let's go for that. Right, the time has come. Ooh, it's pretty. Ooh, that was a nice one. Oh dear, that's heavy. I mean, it's solid down here, so we shall inspect this closer at the bench. And yeah. I shall try and remove this carefully. Ooh. Very satisfying, actually. I wonder, can you reuse? Will it sort of reflow when you heat it up again, or the glue? I mean, maybe we should try that. All right, time for some closer inspection. So this was with this PETG still, and the experimental profile number 2, with difference being, if I am not mistaken, if I don't remember wrong now, this is with outer wall first printing. So I was a bit worried about the overhang bit here where the reinforcement starts. There is a bit of stringing, but being PETG, I mean, that's to be expected. But I think we can just it's very light stringing. It's like spiderweb stringing, so I would say that's a success. I increased the travel speed a bit. I decreased the print temperature. Yeah, it's very sturdy, actually. So let's see if it actually fits. So it's intended for this upper part, or no, this lower part. So Ooh. It's a tight fit. Oh, and it's chopping away at the rubber here. So yeah, the hole could be a little bit larger, maybe, but let's give it a helping hand. But maybe that's good. It will be a pretty tight fit. So now that's an extension. I still have the brim here, which maybe I should remove. But it didn't even get gluey here. It's not sticky. So let's see how far it can go. Yeah, it's still going there. Yeah, it doesn't matter. This is, I mean, if I break this, that's okay. Oh wait. Oh, hang on. So it's detachable. But alright, I don't have to detach it. Now this is a real handle, I would say. It's solid here, but you get a good grip, and the oval shape is nice. And let's inspect this. So the wall is surprisingly nice, apart from a couple of places, like right here and right there, but that's minimal. And then of course you can take a sandpaper, and if you want it smooth. But this is a real handle. Now it would be nice if it would have been shaped in some way, maybe, but I can remove these. So I need a second handle, and it has to fit in between here, so I have to measure, make sure that this can close properly. Maybe I'll need to shave off a little bit for this side then. But let's remove the brim. Oh, yeah, oh. Yeah. And I think that PTG was their correct choice for this, because this is solid. It's like, so it won't break when, you know, you're cutting your toenails. So yeah, I need another one, but I have to make sure it doesn't collide too much here. So maybe I will have to make the second one a bit narrower, and then it will go here, so you will have to, yeah. But I like the idea. I do. It's surprisingly hard to find clippers, nail clippers with long handles.
And if you have a father like me or a mother or something, who can't reach, bend and reach their feet to cut their toenails, and don't have the means to go to, a professional to get the pedicure, then yeah, maybe I didn't even have to do it 100% infill. It is very sturdy, but let's go for that for now, and let me fetch my calipers. Okay, now let's turn this on and see if we can oh. Yeah, 4 millimeters it seems we have in between here, and let's inspect this. So this is 5.4 millimeters over here. So yeah, I will have to narrow it down for the other one, but not by much. And then I think we can keep the same sort of depth here and length here, and just I don't know, maybe 90% infill. I don't think this will break when using it, so should be good. So you would get like a something like this. I don't know, yeah. And by not going too far in here with I think this is enough, and then the distance here, the depth, then we can keep the length as long as possible, and yeah. So let's go and design the modifications for the other handle here and print that out.
We are back in Flash Print, And I have loaded the modified model where I made the hole just slightly bigger, and then well, the quality of the 3D model file isn't too good after modifications, so I wonder how it will turn out, but hopefully it will be okay. We shall see when we slice what it does. But I also flattened the oval shape here a bit, so hopefully it will fit better um, together with the other extension rod. And if we go to slicer settings, we have the experimental 2, which I think is a pretty nice one. So far, 245 degrees seems okay, and platform 90 seems okay with the first layer of 255. Um, and then, yeah, travel speed. So I will have to check. Yes, the Flash Forge Adventurer 3 Pro 2 printer that I have should have a travel speed of a maximum of 300. So I'm thinking let's put to 50 actually and try this. Um, as the higher the travel speed is, the less oozing we should have. So it should reduce stringing even more. Is the travel speed between extrusions? So when it's not extruding, it's moving to another part of the print. Um, we can save that in the configuration maybe. And then, oh yeah, another thing. So I do have the Z hop, yes, 0.2. Yeah, Z offset. I noticed that the um, nozzle actually dragged a bit onto the surface when it moved at the traveling speed. You know, when it traveled across newly printed filament, it actually scraped it a bit. So I wonder if we should set this to 0.15 millimeters and see what happens. And also, yeah, infill. I'm thinking if we put this to, I mean, 100%, it was solid. I don't think I need 100%. I just want to be on the safe side on the first print, on the first extension rod. But what if we put like 80% on this one? And we use 3D infill. I wonder which one is strongest in the sort of X direction or the horizontal direction. But let's just try and slice this and see what it says. Preview, right. Oh yeah, we can see we have some defects being introduced here. Right in the, because the 3D model was, the quality of it was reduced. So while working in 3D Builder, yeah, since the quality was so bad when I used this second cylinder to cut out, reduce the size of this uh, oval shaped cylinder, I thought that okay, maybe we can just make this surface flat instead on one side. Doesn't matter, you know, by using simply the edit split. Um, let's. Oh, I have the wrong object. Sorry. I select this one, split, and then 90 degrees roll, and then let's see here. We move it into place like this, maybe, and just split. So that's interesting. I wonder what that is. Is it hollow? Maybe. Yeah, perhaps. So let me move that out of the way. I said move it out of the way. Repair. Okay, so it didn't really like it either. But if we measure it, I don't know why it's so strange. 3.91 millimeters. So yeah, I will try to save this and import it into Flashprint, and we shall see what that looks like. Well, yeah, it has defects, and once I sliced it, I could see in the slice preview that yeah, it's not gonna be flat. Uh, so I wonder what's going on. It's like, yeah. Oh well, I will try to see if I can fix it. So as you can see, I tried to use like a cube or rectangle and do a split by subtracting it, but I got the same sort of issue here with the blue lines here that emerge through it. So I think can we then apply a new surface to it maybe and improve the quality? Like if we embed this into it, would that work? So basically, I'll just resize this a little bit. Doesn't have to be. Yeah, it can be just like, you know. Will this actually repair it? If I sort of take this and this and group them, I get something here like a line, but that's okay. That shouldn't be too problematic. And then I will copy it into. I will save it and insert it into Flashprint. Let's see what happens. Right. So this seemed to help. We can see that we got. Oops. Beautiful straight lines here now. And yeah, so let's go for that. And I chose 75% 3D infill. Um, I wonder, do I dare try 240 degrees? Or should I keep 245? So, we got pretty good quality on 245, so maybe we should keep it. It would be interesting to try though, but like, but I've changed some other things, so maybe I shouldn't. Um, yeah, we'll just try these settings. So I have 75% 3D infill, maybe 70. I don't know how far do I dare to go. So 1082 meters, 3 hours 21 minutes, 1046. I think it should be enough. I mean, it should be sturdy. It's PTG as well, so maybe I won't need. Well, we'll try it. 70% it is. So let's send it off to the printer and see how that goes.
So, while we are warming up here, currently the build plate is warming up to 90 degrees. Worth mentioning is that, yeah, I still have the old glue here, so it will be very fun to watch what happens. Is it okay? Will it end in a mess, or yeah, can the glue be reused a couple of times or something? Or I have also started the the filament dryer. It has been running for well, the default is 6 hours, so 1 hour 10 minutes, and we're down to 20% relative humidity. It will take some time for the filament to actually dry up, I suppose, but the first print here, it was printed yesterday, and then it ran for almost 6 hours, including the printing time, so it's a nice little dryer. So let's see how things go here. So we're at 255 degrees now, and on the nozzle. Let's hope things will progress nicely. It has a little bit of initial stringing that follows it along. I hope it won't ruin the build. We can see it sort of right there, maybe. Yeah. Hopefully it won't give us issues. But it's very thin, so it shouldn't. The brim is, the first layer is at like 5 millimeters per second kind of thing. So, finally, the time has come to evaluate the newly created artifact. So a slightly modified printer profile. We had some issues with the 3D model not being, well, let's say it wasn't as good of a quality of a 3D model after saving it a few times and stuff, merging objects and stuff like that. So very interesting to see how it turned out. And now the moment we all have been waiting for. Well, the detachment of said artifact from the reused glue build plate. So let's go for it. Ooh. We even got the brim, or the pre-extrusion, with us in one go. Yeah. It's very shiny. I can see a few issues here, but maybe that's from the 3D modeling issues that. But other than that, it's actually a decent print, a very decent print with a PETG. So I believe we're still touching the surface. I raised the offset by 0.5 millimeters more. Yeah, anyway, let's head over to the bench and have a look at it there. Okay, so let's have a look. Now, let's just remove the brim and pre-extrusion filament first, and let's see what it looks like. Well, we have a couple of holes in it. I don't know why the brim has it, but anyway, it's okay. Yeah, PETG is a tough plastic, I must say. Now, let me fetch a flashlight. So, if we concentrate this light a bit. Well, actually, it's a bit hard to see on the camera maybe, but when I look with my eyes inside, there is very little stringing. So the increased travel speed seems to have helped. It's just like spider webby stringing, which just should be possible to remove like this. Yeah, very, very thin stringing. And yeah, this is only 75% infill only, but considering this was 100%, it's a bit lighter. I can feel it. Yeah. Oh, even though I remember the feeling of this, I don't want to take it apart, but it feels still very, very sturdy. I could have gone with maybe 50% or less, but yeah. And the bottom part, yeah, it looks pretty nice. So all right, maybe we'll have to adjust it a bit, but the flat part is supposed to go in here, so it won't collide too much with this one. It sort of fits, but I will have to apply some more of my force. And I've managed to shave off a bit of the rubber grip handles. But that's okay, it means that we get a tight fit. Since we're shaving off the excess, then the rest should be pretty snugly in there. Ooh, it still collides. Let's have a look at this. However, yeah, they still close completely, and I get a bit of flex here, so I suppose PTG is good for that as well, for the flexing. They're not equally long because I managed to push this part in further than the other part, because this was this had more of a curve, a bit more curved, so it probably didn't go all the way into the until it the hole is probably deep enough, but yeah, I could of course shave off a bit from this, which isn't flat, make it flatter, so I could perhaps use the tool if needed. I don't know, I have to allow my father to try it. So, does it work then? Well, I must say it does feel nice. But does it work? Well, I won't subject you to the view of my feet when I'm cutting my toenails, but more out of respect for you than for me, but but I can I will give this to my father as it is meant for him, and see if these clippers work for him. So yeah, it is flexing a bit, and PTG is good for flexing, I've heard, so yeah, I suppose this is pretty much it for that one, and yeah. Very nice, actually. I will put this up on my Printables account, and well, if it works. If it's rubbish, then it would probably not be too nice of me to pretend that it works. So I will first allow my father to try it out, and if needed, maybe cut off a part of this, or sand it down or something over here to get it to get a closer contact here. But I think it should be enough. So for you it will only be a moment, but for me it will be a little bit of time before my father has tried it out. and I will let you know what he thought of these. So yeah, but it's really hard to find something of this length to buy readily when it comes to nail clippers. I don't understand why, but having searched a bit on different both Chinese and non-Chinese marketplaces and stuff, I found like one kind of thing, but it was a huge, enormous thing, like 40 centimeters long, and it wasn't like this. It was another type of contraption. But just clippers like this with long handles, thick handles, which are sturdy, and I haven't found that. So if you can't bend down far enough to cut your toenails, and you don't have the money to spend on pedicures every so often, if you want to cut your own toenails but you can't just reach them, maybe this can help. So I will find out as I gift this to my lovely father. Alright. So one moment please, and I will come back with a verdict. Alright, some time has passed, and well, what can I say? My father has given this a try, and let's draw some conclusions and wrap this video up. So, well, first of all, the problems that he encountered were in part that, well, first of all, this device itself without the handles has sort of the wrong concave sort of angle here. When cutting your nails, you shouldn't have that unless you want to have issues in the corners, and then you'll have an ingrowing toenail or stuff like that before you know it. But apart from that, it's okay. Still, it's not too concave, so it's okay. But the problem was that standing from above, sort of, and trying to get your nail inside, it's easy to, well, it's easy to miss or hard to hit. So that was an issue. However, if you maybe start to take it easy, and then if you actually get your toenail in there, then once you push this, you get a lot of force thanks to the prolonged handles, which is a good thing. However, if you miss a toenail, you might cut something else off accidentally, or cut off too much, or yeah, and well, it's also hard if you don't have this sort of finger span. You have to hold it here. If you push it, because you have so much force out here, even if you just try to hold it, it sort of closes a bit automatically, and then when you try to open up, it falls down from its own weight. So when it closes up a bit, you already have a very narrow gap here, so it will be very hard to get your nail in there. So that's a bit of a problem. However, it's I think it's a matter of patience as well, because if you hold steadily one of these and align with your fingernail. Let me try to illustrate this using something. So let's assume this is your fingernail or toenail. So if you try to hold it, let me just adjust a bit. If you try to hold it like this and to keep it hold its weight, you are already pushing it a bit closer together, and the jaws sort of close up a lot, and it will be hard to get the nail in there. So instead, maybe you could you can hold it over here, and then you have the jaws fully open, and then you try to align them so that you get your toenail into the wide open jaws like this, and only then do you actually grip with your thumb the other handle and push. So now this doesn't cut the paper here, but this would be a toenail, it would. So you have to sort of adapt to it, and you have to have the patience to learn how to use it. So basically, if you come from above with this and you manage to get it in, and then you grab with your thumb, and then you sort of, yeah, it almost cut it actually. So that would work. So it's I suppose it's a bit individually inclined, or the way you are individually inclined. Do you have the patience? Do you have the span between your maybe thumb and your index and middle finger? How steady are you on your hand and while trying to reach and stuff like that. But once you get it to reach, you actually get a lot of leverage thanks to the longer handles. And of course, yeah, an adjustment. So this one is flat, while the first attempt wasn't really flat, as you can see here. So I will upload the 3D models to Printables, but I will only upload the flat one, because you would print 2 of these, and for this side you would simply, well, turn it around so you have the flat against the flat. That should give even more, then you don't have to sand this down or something, I think. So I will do that. Anyway, if you have a 3D printer and you want to try it out, I would be very interested in knowing what you think of this adaptation. And of course, right now I only have this model of nail clippers from my father, but that suits these handles. But I suppose it would be possible to adjust to other handles in a similar fashion. So there we have it. It was a fun project, and I like how it turned out. Just that I think we'll go with the flattened ones for both sides. So I'll upload this model to Printables. Alright, thank you everyone so much for watching, and look forward to future upcoming videos. Thank you. Bye bye.